back, Tri-State Sports Guys.
Neil broke it down. I mean, the guy is very versatile. And a lot of our guys, a lot of our listeners will go on, they check out, we write a weekly article for the site. They like the site, I think, for a little, not necessarily for their sports coverage.
I never make it to the article. I get stuck,
I get all the time,
stuck
like,
on
what do you think of the article? I don't know, I'm watching the top 100 zombie boobs of 2011 or whatever it is.
I get distracted very easily on the website.
I get distracted. I can't even send hey, Mom, I got an article online. What am I going to send to my mother?
She's like, what the hell is this?
Everybody that's ever called into
She'll
the
bring out the
show,
wooden spoon when she comes up.
everyone that's ever called into the show is either a professional, like, rock star or is on ESPN.
Yeah.
So now it's Neil's turn.
That's it. We've had some great callers in.
Yeah.
We've had guys that are on ESPN, 2 guys, SNY.
Yeah.
We got Neil. I mean, he's the editor. It's a big magazine. They got 100,000 fans on Facebook. I mean, they're a big time deal. I mean, we
And
put
you're
him
a
on the
writer
map.
for them.
Yeah, we put him on the map.
Well, you're the face. You
I'm
have
the face. Yeah, I kind of am. I got,
You're the face. That
contractually we have
the
to let him
button
come
down,
on.
The button down shirt like this,
That's it. Hey,
showing his chest hairs.
Getting all intimate.
Yeah.
That's it.
You want to start with the Giants picks?
let's end with the Giants picks.
Yeah.
Let's back our way into
I'm still
the Giants.
making 27-30. Is that what he said?
Yeah, I liked it.
You don't
I
see a lot of people say it that way.
But I
either.
liked how we did it. And I
Yeah,
knew it when he
27 to
said it. I
30.
knew he
He
was
did it
setting
on
us
Friday.
up.
I thought so too.
He set us up. He knows a writer. He's an editor.
He knows how to.
He knows how to build up the
Yeah,
drama.
exactly.
Tony, welcome to the show. How you doing, brother?
I'm a little cold.
That's it, dude. He's sitting outside.
Luckily, he's got that beard.
Look at the beard. That's what I said.
He grew that today.
I like it.
Yeah. What? Which game you want to start with?
Let's work our way. Let's do both AFC games and
Okay.
finish in the NFC.
All right. Let's do the Texan game because who cares?
Okay.
Who cares about them?
I think it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little annoyed they embarrassed my Cincinnati Bengals,
Yeah.
who I got stuck with in one of those pools,
Yeah.
and I had a chance to pick Tebow and I didn't. Now I'm annoyed at that, but that's neither here nor there. They have Arian Foster, who is very good.
Very
I don't want to
good.
hear
Yeah.
anything about TJ. This guy threw for 150 yards.
But they got Andre Johnson, who's
Played all right.
very good though. I mean, I'm saying he played all right in that game, but he's very good.
He's obviously very good.
They got weapons. They
And
got
their defense is good. Their defense is better than I thought it was.
no, very very good. Even
And-
without Mario Will.
And I hate the Ravens. I hate them.
You hate that's why I'm so curious to hear you about this pick because I know you're down on the Texans, but all the time off the air you tell me how you hate the
What's the
you
line
think-
in this game?
I think 7.5.
+7 Houston.
7.
+7.
7 flat.
My
So
prob-
7.5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it saw 7.5.
Now, my
in it.
problem is I hate the Ravens, and I don't think seems like a lot for a Raven team. But I'm a believer. I told you this statistically. Some guy who's an addict told me this. Like in the playoffs, 85% or more of the teams that win cover. So
Yeah.
it's basically if you want to
of the
win,
time.
if you just pick who you think's going to win, and you're going to win your bet most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Houston Texans.
You think they're gonna win?
I am so tired of Ray Lewis.
He hates Ray Lewis.
Now, this is,
dude.
let me,
He
let
hates
me-
Ray Lewis. The
Let
guy's
me explain something.
arguably one of the best middle linebackers in the history.
What I'm
of football.
saying is clearly not going to shock you. This is clearly a very biased pick.
Yeah.
I
You're
would
a
love
Ravens
nothing
hater.
more.
Is it your
I would love
time you
nothing
spent
more,
down
yeah, than for Arian Foster to run over Ray Lewis. I'm tired of hearing about Joe Flacco and their Baltimore voices. Flacco.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flake.
you could do better than
Yeah,
that.
that's
guy.
freaking
I'm just tired of it. So
No.
I'm going with them.
Now, I actually think of the exact opposite. The Baltimore Ravens
You're
at home.
probably going to be right.
The Baltimore Ravens at home are just dominant.
Yeah.
Dominant team. I mean, they had some bad losses this year, but when they're at home, they're very, very good.
He does that dance with the grass.
Listen, I don't like the guy as a person, but as a football player, I'll take him on my team any day of the week, and he still
I can't
is
separate
very
it. I
good.
can't separate it.
No?
I don't know why. It's a character flaw.
Now,
I'm working on it.
Fatal flaw.
To me, I think this game is over. I think it's over in the first half.
You think the Ravens have that kind of
No.
offense?
That's
They're
not- that's
not
not
blowing
happening.
anybody
That's
out.
not happening.
Oh,
This isn't Norwalk McMahon.
I think
There we go.
I think at the half they're up 3 scores.
No way.
I think it's 20-0 at the half.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if that happens,
Yeah?
that will
Go ahead.
make me hate them even more because that's when the Ravens get super cocky.
Oh my
And
God.
Ray
They
Lewis is
party
like
out
this,
there.
and he's got that stupid Kevin Garnett like this. You're like,
He's
oh.
got the whole thing.
If they were up by that much,
If I were to
game will
pick a
become
score in this
unwatchable.
game, I'm saying 31-10.
Oh my god! I hope you're. I hope
Wow.
you're wrong.
31-10.
I hope you're wrong.
I mean, honestly,
I'll even take the Ravens winning, but not like
as
that.
far
Oh.
as when you talk about covering the spread
Oh.
this week, this is my biggest lock, is them covering the spread outright.
Goodness.
Absolutely.
All right, let's.
What do you guys got?
Oh,
23-20 Baltimore.
23-20.
I agree with that. I think this falls in your 15% where Baltimore's going to win, but not cover that.
You know
7.
what?
So I'm the only one standing alone. This is my lock.
Houston's good. Their defense is
I'm not saying I'm right.
They're
This is,
good.
this is with my heart, 100%.
Plus, Joe Flacco doesn't really show up in the
Flacco?
playoffs.
Got some wins. Got some playoff wins.
But they're all close.
Let's go to the next one.
Let's go to the next
Tim
one.
Tebow, America's favorite athlete.
Now this is a blowout.
So this the spread on this is what now?
13 and a half.
13
plus
and a half.
13 and a half.
13 in the hook.
Tell me, you go first.
I'll go first on this one. Now, we have said some very bad things about Tim Tebow on this show.
And some good things.
We said some good things.
Mostly bad, though.
He made his own article on co-ed. We wrote about top 5.
You know I'm a
manias.
Gator guy.
You can't take away from the game that he had. I don't care what you say. He won that game. You can talk about how good their defense is. The defense gave up their share of points. The guy threw for 316 yards and counted for 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
You say what you want to do, and he ran for 50 yards. I mean, the guy, that does, as bad as I think he is, that doesn't happen by accident. You
He
don't
had never
accidentally
thrown-
account for 370 yards in
He
a
had
game.
never thrown for 300 yards in his career.
I understand it. He's played in how many games?
I'm with you.
He's played in 10 games.
80 was on the last play.
Okay, fine. So against
8-0.
the number 1 defense in all of football, yards allowed per
Without
game.
one of their defensive backs, because he would die if he played in that.
Okay, he was right. I mean, he's a good player, but I mean, they had other players on the team.
Listen, I hate the Steelers.
I understand it. Look, I'm not trying to make it look like this is an all-time great
I'm
game.
glad they're fans.
But that
I don't
doesn't
have to see that.
accidentally happen. The guy,
doubt.
there is something. I was the last guy. I was on here in the preseason saying this guy would be the worst quarterback.
So what do you
I'm
think?
admitting that I'm wrong. That being said, they don't have a chance of winning this game. But I do think that their defense is good. 13 and a half, and I had seen 14 and a half. So we're going to go with 13 and a half. I still like the cover for the Broncos. I mean, I don't think they have a chance of winning this game. This would be unbelievable. But I mean, the Patriots, as good as they are, I mean, their defense is not very good. Mm-hmm. They're not big on defense, so I could see Tim Tebow being tough for them to handle. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not a great,
I see what you're
fundamentally
saying.
sound team, which against an option quarterback who's going to be running, you got to be fundamentally
You
sound.
make a lot of good points.
And I don't think that they're going to go. The spread the over/under is 50. That seems extremely high for a defense, especially when you have an inept offense to an extent that the Broncos are in a good defense. Does that mean Vegas thinks that they're going to put
How
up?
many points did they score last time when they played?
I don't know.
20, I think.
The Patriots only scored 20?
No, I scored 40.
38-17
Yeah.
final or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
They're going to hit 40 on them again.
I'm going to
You
say
think
this.
so?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this.
Okay, go ahead. I could be wrong.
You make a lot of very good points. And
I always do.
Nothing you say is, well, I wouldn't say that. But nothing you say is incorrect. Nothing.
Right.
I just believe, right?
I like how all your picks have nothing to do with facts or anything. You
No.
just, I got a gut feeling.
No, this is
I
not a
hate
gut.
this
This is
guy
not
so
a gut. This is not a gut.
What
I'm
is
watching that
You
game.
just have a feeling.
I'm watching that game, and the Steelers, they didn't play well. They still should have won that game at the very end. They fumbled when they were in field goal range.
Long field goal, but yeah, field goal range and out there.
That's not that long in Denver, though.
And
You know what I'm
Denver, right.
saying.
It's
But
10-yard difference,
you're,
right.
you're right. And they did not play well. And for every great throw that Tebow made, he made a lot of very good throws. I saw him on a big third down in the fourth quarter throw a ground ball to a wide open wide receiver. And I know you know
did.
the pass I'm talking about. It was a
100%. That could have been his last pass of the game.
We were joking. We were watching some of the game here. He was throwing balls that on the replay looked like they were punts, the way they were rotating.
Yeah.
So I've seen it before. I've seen Belichick. It's not like he's going to be shocked by what's going on in this game. You give that guy 2 weeks to prepare. Now, granted, he didn't know who they were playing, but I'm sure he did some work. He's already done work on Tebow. I still believe you take the team you think is going to win, Patriots.
You know what stinks though is one of my top 10 bold predictions was that the Patriots would go one and done. I did not suspect they would be playing the freaking Denver Broncos.
But I'm going to say
But hey,
this:
maybe.
if they
That could
win,
be my
if
first
they
one
win,
done.
if they win, you know what?
Tebow,
Put your money on Tebow to the Super Bowl.
I will buy a Tebow jersey if they win 100%. What do you guys
My
got?
wife has one. She wears it.
Of course she does. What do you guys got?
I like Patriots to cover the spread. I think they're going to hit Tebow a lot more than other teams have. Plus, they've already seen him and know how to handle him.
Who's
Gives
going to
them
hit
an
him? They got
advantage.
nobody on defense. Who's going to hit him?
They're not
They hit
going
him
to
last time. They hit him last time. That's-
Even if
they
they don't
watch,
hit him,
they
they're not
watch.
going to keep up with them. They're not going to be able to keep up with the Patriots.
What's
Okay,
wrong with
so-
having a Tebow jersey?
Because that's a poser thing to have. A Tebow jersey, you know that's a
Awful.
poser. That's a poser thing to have. You have a Tebow jersey. Grow up. All right, let's move over. Can we got 5 minutes. We got to.
Whatever you want. Go for
Let's
hit me with whatever you want.
We're gonna move over. We're gonna go out. San Francisco, New Orleans, San Francisco. This is just a fantastic matchup.
Yeah, I love this game.
I think that people want the Niners want to come across as like nobody's giving us any respect. But I don't think the fact that they're underdog has nothing to do with them getting respect. That has to do with, that's my Super Bowl pick out there in New Orleans. I mean, they just happened to run into a team in their first game that could easily be a 1 seed in any other year. They just happened to lose a crazy game early on where they got beaten up by the Rams, and then the Niners had this magical season. I think the spread's 3.5. Is that what we got?
Yeah, 3.5. Yep.
3.5. So you get a home underdog, which you don't see very often in the playoffs. You get a first round bye and then they're an underdog. That's tough to find. But I still like the Saints to cover. I mean, they were my Super Bowl team. I really can't. I not only have money on them, I have it in another pool. I think right now they're just clicking. I don't think that there is a defense that could really answer them, and I don't know that their offense can keep up with them.
I'll grant you that they're playing on grass, so it's going to slow them down a little. I love the Saints in this game. I think that the Niners have a good defense, but Alex Smith, I don't think that he's good enough to win in any game where they score more than where it's 20 points or more, because I just don't think he can keep up with that offense.
I agree with you. And I don't think it's not only his fault. I don't think they have a ton of weapons. I don't think Michael Crabtree's the star
Vernon
that people
Davis
thought he
is
was.
good.
Vernon Davis is very good, but I don't think they have explosive guys on the outside. I don't think it's. I
agree.
I think it's the 10-point game. What do you guys got?
Go ahead.
I like San Francisco in their defense with the running game. Keep them off the field and keep it at least close. So take the points in the home underdog. I like the home underdog a lot.
Yeah, it's rare to see the playoffs.
I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be close. I got the Saints in the end, though.
And it's Saints in the end.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we already heard Neil from Coed Magazine's pick. I like the way. I don't know that I could present it. I don't know if I could
He
build
talked
the
about time
story.
of possession. It's unbelievable.
I know.
I never heard anyone talk about time of possession.
He's the best. He's the best there is. So he's he built the whole story about it. Built it up
Yeah.
to the 27-30 final score. Now, I talked about, to me, I'm going to harp on it again. I think it you have to really take into account what Vegas is line. Starting at 9 points, they don't lose money like this. Everybody I know is taking the Giants. So one of my rules of thumb is whatever everybody's doing, if it seems like this is like taking money from a baby, you're going to get over a touchdown. I mean, we're going to settle at 7.5 points on this spread here. It might be a little bit lower by the time the game kickoff. We're filming here on Wednesday. If it seems too good to be true that this team is getting 2 scores, then it is too good to be true. I'm going to go out and take the Green Bay Packers.
Who do you think is going to win? I'm sorry, give me a score.
You weren't listening to anything I said.
No. Give me a score.
I think
I
the
was
Packers.
I'm going to go on.
Well, sorry, give me a score.
Go score, I would say something like a 35-21. I mean, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think that they're going to. I think
That's interesting.
you're going to see 30-plus points out of the Packers,
That's interesting.
and I think it's going to come down to. I mean, if Eli Manning there are ways they could win. I can make the argument. I'm not like 100% confident. I'm not as confident as I am with my Baltimore Ravens pick.
Yeah.
But we got to make picks. I'm taking the Packers.
I think the Packers win, but I think it's a low-scoring game. I just think that
Just a 7-3.
I think they
Put your
cover, but I
mouthpiece
think
in
they
and fight it out.
I think they stifle the Giants, just for whatever. I see 21-10 type game. Like
So
a
you like
game
the
where-
under a lot. You should hammer the under then.
What's the line? I don't know.
47, I think. 47.5. Something like that.
I
No,
like-
maybe over 50.
I would like the under in that
We
situation.
can find it.
In the snow, I feel like
I don't think
everyone
it's a
thinks
blizzard. Let's not
everyone
make it
thinks
seem like this is the ice
No, but I
bowl
mean,
here.
everyone thinks it's gonna be
We're
a
like
great
a dust thing.
everyone thinks
snow?
it's going to be an offensive game.
It snows every day in Green Bay.
It's supposed to be like 20 degrees warmer than the last time they played.
Well,
7.
I'm just telling you how I feel.
All right, what do you guys got?
I got
sorry,
the Packers.
Sorry, guys.
I'm going with Packers.
You get the Packers. I mean, you cover pretty evenly. I mean, you think that,
No, I think it's going to be close, but I think they'll win.
you think they're going to cover by the 7.5. I mean, it's 2 scores, 10 points. What do you got, James?
I like the Giants at 7.5. Not much lower than that. I think it's like 27-21. I like.
So you think they're going to lose, though?
Yes, but I like the points though, but not much. If it's 6, I don't think I'm taking 6. At 7.5, I'll take the Giants.
Yeah, and I think it is going to keep coming down. The over/under is 52.5 right now.
Under.
You love the under. Hammer it.
You know what? I hammered the under in this national championship. We'll get into that. I have a good feel right
The
now.
Baltimore.
I'm 1 for 1.
I told you the Baltimore Houston over under 36 flat. You still like the under in that game? I think that over's a lock.
That's tight.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I don't care. As long as Arian Foster just embarrasses Ray Lewis, I'm happy.
Runs him over.
That's a
Be interested to hear. I'm sure P Hitter will hit us up on the Facebook page or the website.
Always
Let us
P.
know
Hitter's
what he
picks.
thinks. Let's come back with some other stuff. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
We'll be back. Tri-State Sports, guys.